Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy from ABM Gaming, the 1T. And today we're diving deep into EA Sports FC 25, the football game that was hyped up to be revolutionary but somehow lost its way. What went wrong, and why is it barely talked about now? Let's break it all down. And by the way, this is my first video of 2025, so super late, but happy new year to all of you. I'm excited to grind these channels this year, not just here on ABM Gaming, the 1T, but also over at my second channel, Mr. ABM Football. I'll be uploading content there as well, so be sure to check it out for all my football-related videos. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Also, quick plug, I made a video on ABM Gaming, the 1ST, where I predicted how FC 25 would turn out. I discussed things like FC IQ, career mode improvements, and graphics updates. Oh, and I predicted some of the issues that came up too. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave a link in the description. Let's talk about the hype. EA Sports FC 25 was supposed to be the game that took football gaming to the next level. From the moment we saw those flashy trailers, EA seemed promising something massive. The trailers showed us next-gen visuals, revolutionary gameplay features, and stunning player animations that got fans buzzing with excitement. We were promised a game that would change the way we looked at football gaming, realistic ball physics, dynamic crowd reactions, and smoother player movements. The anticipation was through the roof, and EA made sure they marketed it heavily. We had all these massive expectations set by the marketing machine. Honestly, who wouldn't be hyped? I was. We were all waiting for FC 25 to be that game changer. But when the game actually dropped, well, reality struck. Unfortunately, FC 25 didn't quite live up to those lofty expectations. Right out of the gate, the game was riddled with issues. Bugs, glitches, frame rate drops, and overall performance problems that made it feel unfinished. And the weirdest part? Some of these issues were present in the demo itself. Players immediately noticed the game was far from polished. Early reviews and social media exploded with complaints. Players experiencing odd AI behavior, collision glitches, and even issues with basic things like menus freezing or stuttering. It was clear that FC 25 was not ready for release. Even though EA did roll out patches, the damage was already done. The hype was killed, and many players felt cheated. The game just wasn't as smooth as advertised. I don't know about you, but when I paid full price for a game, I expect it to be playable from the start. But let's be real, it wasn't all bad. Despite its problems, FC 25 did have some redeeming qualities. One area where it absolutely nailed it was career mode. Career mode is always a highlight in football games, and FC 25 took it a step further. The player career mode changes were solid. EA finally gave players more control over their player's career path, without the constant fear of being sacked every 5 matches like in the past. And let's talk about the new Path to Glory mode. This mode was a huge hit for players who want to start at the bottom and work their way up. It was rewarding to see your player rise through the ranks, and the progression system felt more realistic compared to previous games. But here's where things get tricky. While the career modes worked well, customization in player career mode, well, let's just say, it was mid. Yeah, customization was definitely a letdown. The options were limited and some of the designs looked, well, a little rushed. I was expecting more options to create my player's look, but what we got felt a bit outdated. And there could have been better. Let's talk about the legacy FC 25 carries from the FIFA series. Even though the name changed, EA kept a lot of what made FIFA great. Take FIFA 02 for example. It introduced fluid ball control, a game changer for its time, or FIFA 12, which redefined tactical defending. EA FC 25 brought those innovations forward with improved player movement and even more lifelike AI behavior. Despite the name change, EA did retain licenses for the teams, players, and stadiums, which is something fans appreciated. The presentation remained top-notch, and if you're into authenticity, FC 25 still nailed that. Of course, we can't talk about FC 25 without mentioning Ultimate Team. Ultimate Team remains the core of FC 25, and it kept things fresh with new modes like FUT moments, seasonal campaigns, and special player items. However, microtransactions are still a hot topic. Players are often frustrated with how much you have to spend to build a decent team, but the core gameplay, collecting cards and building your dream squad, remains as addictive as ever. And let's not forget the online modes. Whether it's pro clubs, FUT champions, or online seasons, the competition is fierce, and EA did a good job of keeping those modes fun and challenging. Now let's talk about one of the biggest disappointments, Team of the Year. Every year, Team of the Year is a massive event for fans. But in FC25, it felt underwhelming. The rewards were lackluster, and the event itself felt rushed. It lacked the excitement that usually comes with this yearly tradition. For a game that promised innovation, this was a huge letdown. It felt like EA recycled old content instead of bringing something new to the table. At the end of the day, FC25 does carry a lot of the best features from FIFA games like FIFA 02 to FIFA 24. Solid gameplay, deep career modes, with some modes that sadly never returned again, and authentic football experiences. But the truth is, it still has plenty of room for improvement. Whether you love career mode, ultimate team, or just playing with friends online, FC25 has a lot to offer. But without fixing issues like Team of the Year, event variety, and post-launch polish, it risks fading into the background. So, what do you think about FC25? Were you one of the fans caught up in the hype, or did you share the same disappointment after the launch? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more content like this. Until next time, keep gaming, keep kicking, and remember, don't let the hype cloud your judgment. Also, be sure to check out my video on Gaming the 1 ST where I predicted how FC25 would turn out. I'll leave a link to it in the description too. I talked about things like FCIQ, career mode improvements, and graphics updates, all of which have come true. Plus, I mentioned how the player career mode customization could be mid, and those Youth Academy eyebrows are totally cursed. Still waiting for that to be fixed.